Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Opposite Sides of the Spectrum. I am Lauren.
And I'm Tiara.
And we're going to jump right into the question today, which I'm doing.
I don't know what the question is. The question is always a surprise if Lauren is asking.
Okay, I will say the question is related to our topic today. If that makes it easier for you.
Okay.
Okay, do you think it's a red flag if someone has never dated a person in their same ethnic group or refuses to?
Refuses to is a red flag. I will leave room open for people that have maybe not grown up around their ethnic group.
Okay.
But refusing to is a red flag.
Why is it a red flag?
Because
For you.
It's a red flag for me if you're specifically like, I don't date insert ethnicity here, girl or boy or whatever. So I know this phrase is used a lot, unfortunately, in the black community of I don't date black women or I don't date black men. But you're wrong for this question. You're wrong for this question. You're wrong for this question because I'm going through something right now of yes, most of my partners that I've dated have been black men and I have not had good experiences. So am I out seeking for a black man specifically? No. But I'm also not like I don't date black men.
Okay.
So I feel like yes, it's a red flag. The short answer is yes, it's a red flag. Because someone's skin color should not count them out of why you don't date that person. Because there's much more than how they look for me. But I also do understand people's experiences of, well, you know, I've only dated this race of people for so long and I want to just try something different.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But I feel like standing firm on I don't date these people, I don't date black women, I don't date black men. I think standing firm on that is a red flag. Because now you're taking all the black men and all the black women or whatever race you say you don't date and you're categorizing them as the person that hurt you. That's why.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you're still wrong for the question.
Look, that was not my... Look. I thought it was a good question, so I asked it.
How do you feel like it's a red flag?
I feel like I need to know the why.
Okay.
Because everybody's situation is different. And if it's a refusal, why is it a refusal? And
Fair.
if you just haven't been around, you know, your group of people for whatever reason, okay. But yes, if it's over resentment or something, okay, then yeah, this is going to be a red flag because and it's the same thing of like when we as black people get mad because we feel like everybody categorized like, oh, we all like fried chicken and watermelon. Right. It's the same concept.
It is.
You need to get to know a person for who they are and not for who you think they are.
Yeah.
And I think that's the issue with, and it comes to a lot of things of like when we've experienced a bad thing from one person, or if it's a continuous, it's like, well, they're all just gonna do it, and it's just like that's not true. And I'm not trying to invalidate someone's trauma or experiences, but at the same time, it's still not. Yeah, it's not fair. So
you're right. You're so.
This was not. You making it. You the one that's telling on yourself. Because I was asking that question. I thought it was a good question. You told me your own self.
The comments gonna be crazy on that question. I feel like that question is a bit controversial. I do.
It is.
Because people will. Again, I've dated a lot of black men in my past. And I have family trauma with black men as well. So right now, again, I'm not seeking it. And I will say, like, there was a time where I was like, I flat out was like, I don't date black men anymore. But then I was like, that's not fair. Because I can't take my trauma and then be like, this is why I won't date these group of people anymore. So I feel like it's 50-50.
Okay.
It's 50-50. But if you're like an actual grown person and you're like, so and so in high school did this to me and this is why I won't date white girls no more. Good night. Please go to therapy. Please go to therapy because it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
You're doing too much.
Yes.
But anyway, we can move on to the food segment, which Tiara is doing this week. I don't know what she has. So.
Well, okay, the day that we're recording this is Cinco de Mayo. So, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
Taco Day. I probably should have done some research on like what Cinco de Mayo is. Mm-hmm. I think it's isn't it like the Mexican Independence Day essentially?
I think it is. Let me Google.
So
what it is.
But today everybody drinks margaritas and eats tacos. So I just wanted to give good old Cinco de Mayo a shout out today.
Yes, basically Cinco de Mayo, it marks the anniversary of the 1862 victory by Mexican troops over the invading French forces.
Nice.
At the Battle of Puebla. I hope I said that correctly. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the next half of that word. But yes, that's basically what Cinco de Mayo is. So, yeah, be respectful. And yes.
But yes, happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone that celebrated it today. By the time y'all hear this, it's going to be far past Cinco de Mayo, but that is the day we're recording this on, so that's pretty cool.
All right, for the music, y'all.
I don't know what you're doing for this music.
We're doing the Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
This, that's going on right now. So I don't know if y'all have heard, but just to start out, I'm not somebody who keeps up with all these diss tracks and disses because everybody hates it. It seems like everybody hates to go to this industry, if we're being honest. But this diss has been crazy. Probably one of the longest diss.
Yes. Not only the longest, but it's like Kendrick has continuously dropped diss tracks.
And he's not doing like 2-3 minute songs. He's doing like 4 to 6 minute songs, y'all. Yeah. For each diss track. So that tells me he's been waiting to release these tracks. And it seems like he has so much to say about this one individual.
For so long.
So he was ready for this war. And he's winning.
I don't think Drake was ready for it. Drake was ready for maybe a battle, but he was not ready for war. Mm-mm. Kendrick is on a war path right now.
And airing out every little detail.
Yes.
Because I haven't seen Drake put out a new song since Family
Kendrick,
Matters.
he put out another song today.
I know.
I haven't even heard that one yet. Like
they were saying on the internet that, cause I don't know if you saw like the picture of the new single, but it's basically Drake's house and it has like little red markings on the top, I guess.
Oh my
for the thing he be doing. But they said on Google they changed it to Kendrick's house.
Oh my goodness, I'm screaming.
So
yeah, I haven't even heard the latest one, but I am not a person that's like, yeah, let me play this diss track right now. But Kendrick Lamar is like a real actual rapper and a lyricist. And I do agree with like people saying Drake is an entertainer, not necessarily a rapper. Mm-hmm. And I know you Drake fans are going to come for me for that, but that's true. Yeah. Drake is an entertainer. He's not like a rapper. And I'm a Drake. I don't know if I'm a Drake fan no more because Kendrick Lamar really is airing him out, and I'm like,
there's some things where it's just like,
yeah, it's pretty bad.
We're not even gonna talk about on this channel, but
yeah, it's pretty bad.
You can listen to it yourself if you want to listen to it, but I will say I do have respect for just the creativity that Kendrick has with his songs and how. It's not even just a diss track, but it's actually giving you life lessons, and it's like a diss and life lesson in one combo. Like, this man don't like this man, but he also still trying to help this man.
Yeah.
At the same time, and it's just like
help him, help his kids. A diss track parenting someone else's kids is unheard of. Like Kendrick has invented diss tracks where you parent the other person's kids, and I've never heard a diss track like that ever in my life.
When his kids hear his diss track, they not gonna look at their dad the same. Because I wouldn't look at my dad the same if this was my dad. Like, honestly, I would have just been like
jaw on the floor. No, my jaw was on the floor on the Meet the Grams. My jaw was literally on the floor. I think that's my favorite one. Yeah. Because it just had so much tea in it.
So that's why it was it was a 6-minute song, and it's still brewing.
Yes.
That's the crazy thing.
And the fact that each one gets more like intense.
Yeah.
Is what's also
I'm scared
really crazy
to listen to this next one.
Yeah.
Because y'all make sure your kids not around if you're gonna listen to the diss tracks.
Yeah.
Because there's some things.
It's grown folk business happening in these tracks.
That's why he said, if you listen to Beat the Grams, he said when you're 18, listen to the song.
Yes.
Because.
Yes. And the hidden kids that's being exposed, like
when you start including family in the diss tracks,
that's pretty intense.
Yeah,
that's pretty intense.
Because if you say something about, because I think that's what started off too. Because Drake said something about Kendrick's family and Family Matters, and then that's when I think Kendrick says, "And you gonna talk about my family?" Okay.
Yeah. There's us. You sent me this person on Twitter, and we'll have to like put this guy's information down below because he really broke down everything like from day one to now. So in my opinion, a nice short,
a 5 minute
snippet of what's going on, because I didn't know all that was going on. I didn't know. I know people, they think Drake is a lot of people in the industry don't think Drake is like an actual rapper. And I think that, for so long, I thought that was the reason people didn't like him, because they didn't think he was an actual rapper. But no, like, there are legit reasons why people don't like him. So I'm like, oh. Okay.
He's done some things where it's like, I don't mess with you. So.
We're not picking a side. We're neutral on this. Yeah. We're just here for the good music.
The entertainment.
Now, who's the best music from these diss tracks to me has been Kendrick's.
Because I feel like listening to Drake's diss track is just about money and women and power. That's it. I feel like he's boxed himself into those 3 topics, and he doesn't know how to talk about anything else. Whereas Kendrick, actually, he's very strategic, and very calculated, and he
very calculated.
I really did like, once again, like how he wasn't bashing the children, but instead he was giving advice to the children of like, look, this is what's going on, and this is what you need to do to make sure you're not in that same situation. Yeah. So
it wasn't him just being disrespectful to kids. Like, it was him being like, your dad sucks, so let me parent you.
Yes. And I don't know if this made men feel some type of way, but.
Did it really take a Kendrick diss track for men to be better fathers?
It might have. It might have.
Did it really take this?
It might just have.
I am screaming. But yes, you can take actual life lessons from Kendrick's track. It's not just, I don't like you.
And the lyrics are just more in depth. And I feel like Drake's is just very surface level. Mm-hmm. And
Kendrick also writes his own, at least within this rap battle, he's written all of his diss tracks to Drake, while Drake has worked with a team of his people to write his. So
it's not good, if I'm being honest. And I say it's not good because it's just, once again, it's very surface level, whereas Kendrick is digging in. Yeah. Like, he is digging and twisting it.
Not in twisting it. Yeah, he's going in on him. His foot is on Drake's neck, and he's not letting up at all.
And apparently everybody in the industry told him to not do it, and he still said to do it. His team probably has not slept in a week.
No, nobody slept in a week because of this. Nobody.
They're probably trying to walk around pissed, like Googling information on what they can use against him. But it's been crazy.
Yeah.
And everybody right now is just being exposed in so many different ways in the industry.
And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for the exposing. I'm here for it. I love it.
It's like everything.
Because it's been going on for way too long.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that it's finally being exposed. Mm-hmm. And some of y'all's faves is going to be exposed. Mm-hmm. Some of my faves are going to be exposed. I'm not even going to leave me out of this. But yeah. People are being exposed right now, and I'm here for it. And I love it. Mm-hmm. I really am here for it.
It's a crazy ride. I'm glad I'm not a part of it. And J. Cole, I know he's happy he backed out.
All the memes I've been seeing on that of like J. Cole just being like, yeah, I bowed out.
Because everybody is saying you're a punk, da 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 da. Now they see why he did not want to go against Kendrick Lamar.
Why would anybody want to go against Kendrick Lamar when it comes to rap and lyricism? I don't understand anybody that would want to willingly do that.
I feel like the only person who would want to do that if they actually have beef with him, like serious beef, mm-hmm. not any just I don't like your hair, like actually serious stuff. I feel like that's the only reason I would see why somebody might want to to go against him, but I would not go against him unless I already had been a year on my song.
It's been a year. You were ready. Yes. But yeah, because as I said, Kendrick Lamar came for war, and Drake just thought this was going to be a little battle. No, this is a full-out war. A full-out war at this point, because this man keeps dropping tracks every day.
I want to know how long this is going to last, because...
Same.
This is what, like day 3, 4?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe he'll stop after a week, because if it's still a week and he's still dropping tracks, just give up at that point.
It's like, when did he have the time to sit and make all this music? Mm-hmm. And he was just sitting on it. I don't think he's like waking up at 2 a.m. making these songs. I think this is songs he's been sitting on. I really, really do.
Yeah.
I really do. So... Ooh, this is for the kids. We're not gonna keep up with this, but I enjoy listening to Kendrick Lamar, so I like hearing like new music from him. But the fact it's a diss track, it's like 50-50. Because I'm not gonna sit and play a diss track in my car like when I'm driving around.
The grams that might be on my playlist because the way he interconnected things was just so beautiful. How he just did that. I was like. Yes, somebody who loves to write. Well, I'm just like, he did that. I've already said, I'm not going to say nothing else about the songs. I think he should have titled his next stuff because...
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
But I have some ideas that I would did.
All right, moving on. We're moving on to
the dating question. Oh, wait. No. The queer fact.
Okay, the queer fact is... We're going to be in D.C. From May 23rd through May 28th. We're going for Pride. So we're going to vlog. We're also going to start a vlogging channel. Yes. So we don't know when the vlogging channel is going to be like official, but we are going to vlog in D.C. So maybe... sometime in July or August is when we'll have our vlogging channel up. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're gonna go to DC for Pride, and if any of y'all listen to us and y'all know us, like, come say hi.
Be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for our vlogging. So
yes, we did a trial run yesterday.
We did,
and it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. So we're definitely going to do vlogs now.
Mm-hmm. We definitely were some work in progress, but overall I think it was pretty good, and it wasn't like we were just still like, I don't know what to do.
Nothing else to do.
So yes, I think the vlogs are going to be pretty cool.
Nice. So. And then us being in DC. DC is my only planned vacation for this year. So I'm planning to have a really good time.
Same, because DC was expensive. Very expensive.
Yes, very expensive.
So
Very expensive.
I'm ready to have a good time, and I've never been to DC, so this is also going to be really cool to just go to a different state.
I've been to DC for a little bit, so it wasn't long enough to like really, really explore, but it was enough to kind of see what's around.
That's
So it was cool.
Well, it's going to be a second trip for you. DC 2.0.
Yes, yes. But yes, that's the core news.
We're not going to the White House.
No.
So,
No, we're not.
all right, so y'all, we're going to move on to the dating question, which Tiara did this week.
I did do the dating question.
Did you forget the
I
question?
did forget the question.
Okay, I'll read the question, y'all. So she's asked, what does the phrase being trapped in a relationship mean to you? And have you felt trapped in a relationship before?
Do you want to answer it first? Or you want me to answer it first?
I think you should answer first.
Okay.
Is your water good?
Yes.
That's gone.
Yes. Okay, have I felt trapped in a relationship before? Yes. When it comes to, so I had to kind of go on my journey of like learning that I'm a polyamorous person. So when it came to like monogamous relationships, they did make me feel trapped because I felt like I did not have the freedom to like learn and develop and have different types of relationships in the way with different people in the way I want to. And I'm someone that I don't believe that love is this one, you can only give this certain type of love to one singular person. Mm-hmm. I believe my love is like limitless. It's infinite. So if I want to get to know 2 or 3 people in a romantic way, I don't feel that as like not being loyal or cheating on somebody. Like, as long as I'm being honest with everybody involved, then that's just what it is. So, yeah, I have felt trapped in relationships before.
What does the phrase mean to you?
Feeling trapped. Okay, so for me, feeling trapped in a relationship just basically meant that I couldn't explore other people the way I wanted to fully. Because it's always like in the back of my head that, well, I'm dating this other person, but I think it would be cool to get to know this other person in like a romantic way. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, what do I do?
Gotcha.
So it did make me like feel trapped. And then I ended up like lying and cheating, and those aren't good things to do to anybody. So I think now, like, just being honest with myself about monogamous relationships do make me feel trapped and like I can't really explore other people in the way I want to. That has really, and learning like the terminology of polyamory and being poly and the different like I feel like poly is an umbrella term and there's a lot of like other things under it. So like just really learning that community has been very, very beneficial for me. And to know like there's not one way to romantically love somebody. Everybody does not have to be in a monogamous relationship. You can be poly. You can not date. No. So you have a choice. It's not default monogamy.
Yeah. Gotcha. I will say, because I really haven't been in relationships romantically, I don't think I've experienced feeling trapped before, but I think if I was to, I think from like a masculine standpoint, that's how I would feel trapped, because I feel like for me, being monogamous, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with just being with one person. I'm content with that.
Yeah.
But I feel like if the person I'm with is making me feel like I have to act a certain way and it's the only way I can act or dress or function, that would make me feel trapped. Because I am just a very androgynous person when it comes to things like, yes, I do mainly dress masculine, but I do also have those moments where I don't want to do that, or just in how I act or how I feel. So if somebody's just saying, well, you're masking. You said you were this and this, and this is how I expect you to do this and this and this. That's what makes me feel trapped, because now I feel like you're boxing me in a box,
right?
And I don't like that. So I think that is a way that I probably would feel more so trapped. And then as far as what the phrase means to me, I think being trapped just means you just feel very limited, like you're in a box, and you can't really move anywhere. It's these four corners and that's it. And I feel like a lot of times we also trap ourselves too, because we know this is not what we want, or we know something's not right, but we still just go with it because of, for whatever reason. So I think that's basically what being trapped means to me, and if I was to experience that, how that would look for me.
Yeah.
So
nice. I was trying to figure out how, because we would love to do like deep dives in like our dating lives, but that's not something I want to like really put out there right now. But yeah, I have felt trapped in relationships, and it sucks.
I know
it's not fun.
Have.
And when you feel trapped, that is your sign to like be honest with that person and talk about how you feel or in the relationship. It's not, I internalize things, so I just kind of kept it to myself that I was upset, and then went and did things out of like me being mad, and that's not okay. So I feel like in a way that's how I trap myself in a toxic relationship, essentially, by being toxic of like lying or cheating, and then just trying to get that person to stay with me rather than just leaving the relationship, because obviously this is not working, or just having a conversation with them. So I feel like that's the way I've literally trapped myself in like toxic situations.
Gotcha. Well, I think this is a good introduction into our topic of our dating series. This is part 3. I can't believe we're already on part 3. But this week, basically, what we're going to talk about, we can start out with just our dating boundaries and standards.
Okay.
So what are some of your standards / boundaries?
From what I've learned from my personal dating life, my new standards would be someone that is self-sufficient, someone that is mentally working on themselves. I don't think any of us are mentally stable, to be honest, but just like at least mentally working on yourself. Someone that takes care of their body. I'm not a super like, let's run 5 miles. I'm not that, but also not my 600-pound life. Like, let's not go that far. But someone that takes care of their body, and I feel like that's it.
Okay. I mean,
it's nothing. It's really nothing too crazy.
I feel like it doesn't happen. Sometimes we just want things to just pop out and sound so extravagant. And
Yeah. That's really it.
It's simple. It's simple.
Those are my 3 standards for dating someone: self-sufficiency, taking care of your body, including taking a shower. I know that. I knew you were gonna laugh, because these silly people on the internet are being like, "Oh, you only have to shower once a month," and I'm just like, "Who said that?
That's nasty.
Who said that?"
I'm not trying to judge anybody, but please.
But yeah, you take care of your body. You are conscious about what you eat, because I love eating me some fried chicken, some chips, some snacks. I do. But I'm also just like, I'm trying to be healthier. So I'm doing these no sugar days, which I didn't do it. I think I unintentionally did a no sugar day last week, but I do these no sugar days. And yes, they are hard. They are hard. But just someone that you care about your health enough to understand that if I continue eating pork chops for the next 20 years, yes, I'm going to have gout in my 50s. Like, so someone that takes care of themselves, they're self-sufficient, which means you have some sort of income, legal income for money. You have some sort of legal income for money, and you are able to support yourself without the help of anyone else. that is what self-sufficiency is to me. And what was the third thing?
You said self-sufficient.
They take care of themselves. They take care of their minds. Mm-hmm. You're mentally working on yourself in some way. You go to therapy. You meditate. You do yoga. Like some sort of like mental something to keep you at peace. Mm. So that would be my standards while looking for someone. What are yours?
Emotional availability. That's gonna be a song, y'all.
In big flashing lights.
I'm sorry, y'all, that way that came out, but that is just something that's so important to me because it's also interconnected into things that is a turn on for me. We'll talk about that probably in the next episode, but I am attracted to women who are not really emotionally available, and that's something I had to really look at myself and really evaluate and see, like, okay, why? And being independent does not equate that you're not emotionally available. Like, I don't want people to think that, because you're, like, no, that's not what I'm saying. But I do need somebody that's emotionally available because I connect off of vulnerability and intimacy in that way. That's very important to me. I like to have conversations with people. Yeah. I like to see what's going on because if I don't know what's going on, I can't help you. And I can't support you and be a good partner if you're not being honest and open with me. Yes. So I need that open communication,
that's another good one. Yes, open communication. That's a good one.
But also, yes, I'm still the one you had. Mental stability, I'm going to add spiritual stability and physical stability. Those are also very important to me as well. When it comes to a boundary for me, and then also for the last one.
These are your standards, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, that's it. Boundaries.
Yeah. What are boundaries next? Yeah.
Mid standards, but the third one would be. I already did emotional availability. Mm-hmm.
Self-sufficiency, spiritually,
financial discipline.
Dang. Okay. Not the financial discipline.
That's also important. That's the standard for me. That does not mean. Let me go ahead and add to that. I'm not saying you need to make $5 billion, but I need you to come with some type of financial intelligence. Yeah. Because if you just draining a bank account every 5 days because you get in shoes that you can't even afford and living above your means.
Yeah. That's a problem.
That's not going to work for me. Yeah. So those are my things.
Lauren lives like she is on food stamps. No. Her government check ain't came in. She got her 5 kids she had to feed, and she got a can of tuna and a little water bottle.
Okay, I did have a can of tuna because I was trying to do my diet, but
that's how Lauren lives her life.
Okay, I have to make sure there's a.
But no, I respect you for that though. Like, I feel like this is a much deeper conversation, but I feel like the American dream, when people describe it, is just living above your means. It is. And having to literally work for the rest of your life in order to afford the home and the car and the family. That crap's expensive now.
It is. It's not like it was back in the day.
It's not. I'm not a person that wants kids, but also I'm just like, you must really, really want kids if you're having kids today, because kids are freaking expensive. Yeah. They're dumb expensive. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, the people having kids must be rich, because
I want children, y'all. I want to be in a better financial space before I have children.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's something I'm learning to come down from, is living above my means. I feel like I live at it. I live right at it. But I do want to bring it down some.
I'm not saying to be crazy like I do. I'm not saying that. Because I think I've gotten better, because it was worse than what it was.
Y'all, getting her to spend $1. $1! She's talking like she behind on her rent, her car payment. Getting her to spend $1. And she's talking like that's just going to break her.
I've gotten a lot better, y'all. I'd actually need to work on my budget, my credit card, but I'm just, once again, with me, I'm an all or nothing person. So finding that balance sometimes is very difficult for me because it's either all this or all that, and it's like,
gotta find that middle.
You need to come in that. So either I can be too hard on myself, or sometimes I'm too lenient. So it's just, it just comes into. Now I do pay all my bills on time, y'all. I do have a set way of how I like to pay my bills, but I just gotta make sure I have enough money in my account. I've just been that way since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I would get birthday money in December. I wouldn't spend that till June or July of the next year.
Crazy.
So, that's just how it's always been. I like letting things accumulate. I don't know why. I don't know where that's stemmed from. But it's just in my PTO and everything. When it comes to time and money, I like to let it accumulate.
Nice.
So.
Love that for you. I love that for you. I like to spend money. I have the opposite. I like to spend money. Now I'm trying to cut down.
You've been doing better.
Yeah, I have. I haven't bought shoes in a while. I love shoes.
I like shoes.
I love shoes. And purses. I haven't bought me a Telfar in a while.
You have almost all the colors anyway. only you don't have red.
I don't.
You don't want red.
Okay, when it comes to real like red purses, black purses, I feel like everybody has those colors. Mm-hmm. So I don't really like, when I'm looking for a purse, I don't gravitate towards those colors. Mm-hmm. Like colors people commonly have, I guess you could say. But I mean, I feel like a red Telfar would be cute. Or just a red bag.
New, y'all. I didn't know she didn't gravitate towards the common color.
The common, not with bags. Because everybody has a black bag or a brown bag or a red bag. Why not be different?
You don't have a green one.
A green would be so cute. I would love to have a green bag. That would be adorable. Okay, but what are your boundaries though?
My boundaries, and y'all, something I've really been trying to put work in when it comes to my boundaries.
Yeah.
But for me, because I have boundaries, I think, for myself, and then boundaries for like
other people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But for me, I think a boundary is to not lose myself in relationships. That's a huge one, because that's something that I tend to do, and it's very easy for me to do. It's just lose myself because I'm so fixated on that person and their needs and their wants, and making sure I'm being a good friend or a good partner, whatever dynamic it is, that I'm just like, oh, I don't have nothing left in this jar to be given.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So just making sure your jar is full before giving.
And that's hard, but that is something I'm trying to, that is a boundary I've set for me personally.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. I feel like my boundary is like actually emotionally connecting with the person first, because I've only sexually connected with people, and I wouldn't even say try to emotionally connect, maybe like try to learn them, but I'm already gone from the sexual connection that I'm not making good decisions. So my boundary for myself is really like learning that person, emotionally connecting with them before we bring in physical intimacy. So that's a boundary for me.
I think I have the opposite boundary of
You do.
Because emotionally connecting is something I really enjoy. Like I just did a moment ago with emotional availability, but I really want to do better with physical connection, because that's something that's been very difficult for me. So, and the women I like are very, I'm not going to say all of them are very affectionate, but touch is important. And that's something that I'm really trying to do better with, because I just grew up with physical touch not being something that I really wanted.
Right.
So, as I've gotten older, I'm like, oh, okay, this is not just like a switch you can turn on. It's like you can turn on. It's something you actually have to
kind of
work in. And I think just allowing myself to enjoy the physicality of things instead of like freaking out, because I'm just in this mental
like game with yourself,
chaos where it's just like I'm just like, okay, what if I don't do this right? I'm just I just think all the time. So I feel like when I turn my brain off, I actually do better when I just do stuff on a whim instead of just sitting there thinking about it. So that's something that's a boundary I have for myself. It's just kind of to let go a little bit more when it comes to the physicality of things. So,
we're literally opposite sides. When it comes to that, we're literally the opposite sides. Well, what's next? I don't have my notes because we're recording on my phone, so I don't have none of my notes.
The next thing would be, okay, never mind. We are doing this episode. Or turn offs and turn ons. Okay, so how do you want to do this? What do you mean how you want to do? Like,
Do you want to start with the turn ons or the turn offs?
Let's do turn offs.
I'm screaming. Okay, turn offs would be disrespecting any of my standards or boundaries I said. Mm-hmm. Number one, that's a turn off. Are we doing like physical?
Let's do 2 or 3 non-physical and physical turn-offs.
Okay. Another turn off. You give one.
Well,
I feel like we talked about anything that pertains to like disrespecting our standards or our boundaries that we've already listed is a turn off.
Pretty much. I'll just say it again, not being emotionally available is a turn off because it's just so hard for me to connect.
Yeah.
So that would be a turn off for me.
Yeah. I really give people a chance, and my friends will tell me that because,
and I love her for that because
I really do give people a chance. So when it comes to turn offs, I don't really have a lot.
Really?
I have like obviously the big ones of like disrespecting my standards and my boundaries, and maybe if our morals don't align, like if you don't believe in human rights, we not finna work. If you I'm a queer person, so if you don't like queer people, we're not gonna work. And this is something I'm actually like very upfront with people. I will ask, like in the past I've asked the men I've dated, I'm like, are you queer friendly? Are you LGBT friendly? Because some of my closest friends are queer people, and I didn't identify as a queer person in that part of my life, but I am a queer person, so it's like if you don't like queer people, we're not gonna get along. I feel like some like turn-offs are like icks, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
So I don't really have
because that's
I don't know. I don't really have any of those. I haven't really like experienced any of those. So yeah, I guess that would really just be my turn-offs. And teeth. I have to slide that in there.
Oh yeah, it's really big on the teeth. If your teeth looking jacked up, it's probably a no.
It is a no. That's my only thing though. I promise I'm very lenient on literally everything else. You could be missing a leg, that's fine. Like, but the teeth, I can't. I can't with the teeth. I can't.
Okay. Also, while she was going, I was kind of thinking, and I think for me, of course, being just disrespectful to people, that's a turn off. If you're not a kind person, it's not going to work out. And I'm just going to give you the deuce and leave. I don't have time to deal with silliness. And also, another turn off for me is, well, I don't know if that would be like a turn off, but I feel like people who do not allow me to get to know the real authentic them, that's a turn off for me, because I like you for you and I want to get to know you.
Right.
So that
not your representative.
Yeah. I do that is kind of like a turn off because.
But that goes within like people not being emotionally available.
Yeah. It does. I'm a very simple person. I feel like for the most part.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my turn off are kind of more like up my icks, not really, and that just varies per person or whatever situation you kind of going through. But that's like a turn off for me. And a physical turn off.
I'm laughing because this is great because we can talk about what our physical types are in people. You have a very specific physical type, so I feel like if it's not that, it's a turn off.
Okay, if the weave is not hair not looking right, if you just threw it on your head.
So the hair has to be done in whatever way that is.
Yeah, if I can see the glue.
Not the glue. I'm screaming. I'm gonna make Lauren do a wig video for y'all now. Since she getting on the girls with the glue.
No, I'm just saying if you could just tell, like, okay. But I mean, once again,
that's your one physical turn off.
Or if the makeup looking like a clown. I know that sounds mean, y'all, but I'm being honest, okay.
I'm screaming.
If I can tell, I'm not judging because I don't know how to do the makeup. Okay, I respect people who know how to do hair and makeup, but you can just tell something not looking right.
You can. Mm-hmm.
So that would be
a
turn on. But outside of that, I don't really have like teeth. For me, I don't really like. Yes, I want you to have good teeth. Make sure you're not having holes and cavities and your mouth's not infected.
No, for real. That too. Yes.
But I don't like if it's a little gap or like a little teeth. I don't really care.
Yeah. If it's cute, some people have cute gaps, so yeah.
I know I have like a little gap, y'all, right there, but
I got mine closed, cemented. My teeth are cemented together.
She had braces all throughout high school,
but I didn't wear my retainer. If you have braces,
people not do that?
If you have braces, please wear your retainer. PSA from person that did not wear the retainer, and my teeth are literally going back.
Because my mom did the same thing.
Because that wasn't the deal. The deal was I wear these stupid braces for 3 to 4 years, and then that's it.
Because the retainer is the rest of your life.
Yes, the retainer is the rest of your freaking life. I thought the retainer was just for a year or something. He was like, no, forever. And I said, no. I just wore these braces. What do you mean forever? I gotta wear this retainer.
But it's just when you go to bed, right?
Okay, I think it's you wear it consistently for like a couple of months or something, and then then it's before bed, or it's only before bed. I don't know. Again, I didn't wear my retainer, so I don't know how they work.
That's not bad.
But forever.
You gotta brush your teeth forever. You should be.
Okay, yes, but I don't gotta put a stupid retainer in my mouth. Them retainers are not comfortable. I didn't like how it felt either. I didn't even know how I was supposed to go to sleep with that on. I'm not for the retainer. But wear your retainer. Wear your retainer if you have braces.
Go back to the dentist and start the process over again.
No, because something I do want to do within the next few years is get Invisalign. Because my teeth are like going back. So I do want to get like Invisalign or something to help them come back to the braces. But yeah, I wasn't feeling I had to wear the retainer forever.
Yeah, she did.
And that's why I didn't wear my retainer. Okay, what are your turn-ons?
I love me a good face, y'all.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm a face girl, so if I like looking at your face,
yes,
a physical trait for me, the face, everything on face, the eyes, the lips, the smile. You got a pretty smile.
That's a big one for her.
That. I don't care about the frame of a woman's body. Like, I just like
same.
the
I don't
face.
either. I don't care.
I said Tiara already know what it is about the face. I'm gonna leave it at that. But
okay, so people can get like what facial structures you like. What are some of your like celebrity crushes?
I love me some Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Rowland. Sanaya Lathan.
Yeah. Snow Allegra.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since y'all see what the facial structures are, that's the face she likes. Because they all have a similar facial structure.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's the only thing you
like. It be getting me. I be having to do a little like, she fine.
I'm screaming. Okay, one of my turn-ons would be someone who can cook.
Okay.
Honestly. Because I've always been the person that cooks So it'd be nice for someone to cook for me.
If they cook better than you, is that going to make you mad?
No, I love healthy competition. I do. I love healthy competition, so that would be even better.
That'd be so cute.
Girl.
Oh.
Someone that likes animals.
Yeah. I know you have the kiddos.
Yes. I love animals. And also I say someone that likes animals and plants is a specific turn on for me because that shows that you care about other beings. Mm-hmm. It's not just you. You care about, if you have a bunch of plants, you care about the earth. If you have like dogs or cats or whatever, then you just care about other beings. So that kind of shows that for me.
Okay.
So that's a turn on for me.
A turn on for me would be intelligence. Yeah. That is also a huge turn on for me. If you know some vocabulary words and I never heard it in my life and you talking to me, that's gonna turn me on. And I'm gonna look it on Google what you just said.
You like words.
I do like words.
That's what it is. You like words.
Because I like a story being told. Mm-hmm. Or just us having a very in-depth conversation. Mm-hmm. And of course a banter is really cute. I like that too. But yes, I really do like to talk, y'all. And I know Tiara has said this.
She does.
But I have to like you to want to talk to you.
That's also true. That is the thing. But once you learn Lauren, she won't shut up. She won't. Lauren can talk for days. Days and days and days. It's so funny though. Because we're also going to do like a episode on like our friendship, but it's not something I was expecting when I first met you, like at all. It really wasn't. I was really just trying to get a fill out for you because I was like, you already had strike one for me, but I was like, we'll see how this goes. Not that we'll see, but yeah, I did not expect you to be as talkative as you are.
I think I've grown into being more talkative as well because I think I felt like I was a boring person. So I'm like, well, let me start doing like talking more to, I guess, assist with that. Yeah. So
that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Not you thought you were a boring person.
I did because I hang around like a lot of very extroverted people. Mm-hmm. So being a very introverted person, it was like, well, maybe I need to talk a little more and do X, Y, and Z. So that's kind of, I think, where that started.
Okay, another one of my turn-ons would be... Okay, this is only for, like, you know and have learned me as a person, but really, like, picking up on my, like, emotional cues, I guess you could say. Mm. Like, yes, I'm working towards and getting better of, like, actually communicating how I feel, but there are times where it's just, like, I'm not feeling it, and it would be nice if a person was just like, okay, I can see you're not feeling it today. What's wrong?
Yeah, I get that.
So that would be another one for me.
Just somebody that's really learned you to where they know.
Yeah, very like observant of me. Because I'm very observant of other people too.
She is.
So
she's very observant.
I like to people watch. I really do. So
the way you look at me is a big turn on.
The eyes. Mm-hmm. The face. The eyes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me think of something different. I think an old soul's a turn on for me. Because as Tiara be saying, I guess Tiara said I'm old, y'all. I don't think
I'm old too.
But yeah, just someone who's just very down to earth, chill, really sweet, but has like a little fire to him. That's a turn on me.
I am screaming.
It is.
Okay, well, I guess we can talk about our types then.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into
You've already talked about your type.
I did.
So, I feel like I'm very open when it comes to the type of people I date. I know everybody, like, rates people on this scale from 1 to 10. Mm-hmm. So, for me, if somebody's a 4, looks-wise, if they have a good personality, or they're funny, or like they have like the other things I'm looking for, then that person is instantly like more attractive to me. So that 4 can go to like a 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like physical looks doesn't really matter to an extent. Like, take care of yourself, take care of your body. Your teeth should not be looking a hot mess. But like, other than that, I don't really have like a physical type. Like, I'm not a person that's like, oh, a person has to be 6 foot tall, or a person has to have this color skin or this color eyes. Like, I'm not really big on any of those things.
I don't care about height.
Yeah.
And I don't care about the color of the eyes either.
Mm.
But
oh, the lips. That's another thing.
Tiara be
the lips.
I paper thin.
I can't do the paper thin lips.
Okay, how do people? How do you know you have a paper thin lip? For the people out there.
Stop! Why are you doing this to me?
Because people's lips that's part of their body. So to them, they might not see that they have a thin lip unless they know they have a thin lip.
That's why I say I'm very open on a lot of stuff. I'm very open, but when it comes to the lips and the teeth, that's where I draw my line. That just is. I like plump, just juicy lips. Now, I'm not saying you have to go get lip filler. Like, I don't want anybody to change their body for me. I'm not into that. But I can't do people that have just like thin, small lips.
It's just like you're not kissing anything. Like,
yeah, it feels like I'm kissing like a wall. I don't want to feel like I'm kissing a wall. I want to feel like I'm kissing some lips. So that's my other thing. But that's it. Like, I'm very open on everything else.
She is though, like, and I tell Tiara this all the time, because sometimes I was just sending her people like, do you like this person? Because it's just really a hit or miss.
It is. Tiara. It's very. Sometimes I surprise myself with what I like or don't like. So.
But for me, it's not just a physical thing. It's not just a personality. It's a combo for me. I like combos.
You need the combo.
Yeah.
It's not one or the other.
It need to come with the fries and the drink. Okay.
Because I've asked Lauren, I was like, okay, if a woman's not your physical type, but she meets everything else, do you think you would date her? My answer is no. Go ahead.
I would give her a chance to see, because if I feel like her personality is cute, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go on a date and see.
Stop lying to these people. Stop lying to these people. You just said you need the combo meal.
I do.
So why you sitting here lying to these people?
Because you made it seem like, would I give him a chance at all? Like, I don't seem like I'm a mean person. Like, maybe the looks can, maybe they'll grow on me. I don't know. But, because, okay, here's the thing, too. I've met beautiful women, and their personality not aligned to romantically, but I was like, this is
okay, but that's why I say, I get, like, you meet, physically they meet the standard, but maybe not personality-wise. I feel like that's an easy thing to kind of write off. But them not being, like, physically to your standard, but they meet every other thing.
If they're physically similar, or if I like something about you, I'm like, okay. It made me think of that Symphony song, but anyway. If they ask me on a date, I would say yeah. I would be nice and say yeah. To see.
Anyway, explain your little combo meal, ma'am.
Okay, like we've been saying, I love me a face structure, and that personality where she's just a very quiet but have her like fiery moments. Yeah. That really be getting me going. And of course, the intellect is a very, very important piece of that. And once again, just the way she looks at me, that's
not the hand claps.
That be getting me excited, y'all. So yeah, that's basically my little combo package.
The combo package is hilarious. I feel like for me, I like a lot of different types of people.
You do.
So I don't really have like a certain face structure I like, or like, voice tone. The tone of somebody's voice does matter to me.
Yeah.
That voice tone matters because I'm hear that all the time. So yeah, that definitely matters.
Ooh, okay. Since you brought that up, I do love me like a little raspy voice. That really be turning me on too. Especially if it's like a film or something and it has like they have a raspy voice. I'm like, ooh, okay.
I am screaming.
Okay.
What's really funny about what Lauren likes romantically, she likes that within her friends. I feel like you just like being surrounded by that energy. So I think that is hilarious. But I feel like what makes it romantic for you is the physicality, the looks, that just intentionally being more romantic.
Yes, because if I'm actually saying, ooh, okay, I want that physical connection with that person, okay, I do like you. Or I'll just straight up tell you I like you now. I know I might be not telling you right away. But at some point I'll tell you I like you.
Oh my goodness. This is a PSA. If you like Lauren when we in DC, go tell her immediately.
Girl.
Because she gonna be plotting on you for a year before she actually tell that she likes you, but she's been liking whomever for a while at that point by the time.
Because I'm trying to fill you out to see if we're even compatible and if we're even good at just being friends. Because
that's fair.
I feel like when you like somebody, sometimes you just rush into that relationship, but you know nothing about that person.
No.
So I know a year. I'm not saying wait a year, y'all. I can do better than that. I definitely can. But what I am saying is that I just want to get a feel for you and see if I kind of like you. It's just like a little 2-day crush, or I'm actually feeling you. Because when I like you, I like you. Right. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm setting myself up not for embarrassment or disappointment too.
Yeah. So rejection is a real thing with dating, and I don't think you have to be mean with rejection, but you gotta know how to take it. Yeah, that's just part of the dating game.
I've been rejected quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I've given rejections as well, so I've been on both sides.
Mm-hmm. So that's just part of dating. That's just.
But I will say, people who have rejected me, I'm very grateful about that, because at least you didn't wasting my time. So I am grateful for somebody being honest that they didn't really like me like that. Okay, there's 7 billion people.
There's all these people on this earth for a reason.
So, but yes, okay. The next part of that is, why do we like our types? Or do you feel like we already kind of answered that?
I feel like we already kind of answered that.
Okay. Oh, the age range.
Y'all finna be mad at us. Y'all finna be mad.
Hey.
All right, let's get something straight. I don't care what the American laws say. An 18 and a 19-year-old are teenagers. They are children. So, no. I don't date children. 20 to 25, you are a pre-adult. You know how, like, what was it? What, 10 to 13 or 10 to 14 was preteen? 20 to 25 is a pre-adult. No. I am, how old am I? 26. I forget how old I am. I am 26. And I also feel like your 20s is for, like, learning yourself. Because from 0 to 18, you were under the influence of your caregiver. And then from 18 to, like, 25, you're going to college, you're figuring out your career, you're figuring out your job, you're moving out, you're figuring out yourself. So I feel like just a lot of stuff is going on during that time of your life. And then I feel like from 25 to 30, I know I'm not 30 yet, but from 25 to 30, things really start to click. So my personal dating range is 30 and up. 18 and 19 are children. Your 20s, I feel like, are for learning and discovering yourself. Now, I'm not saying no one should date in their 20s. That's not what I'm saying. But for me, I feel like my 20s were full of failed relationships because I didn't know myself and I didn't know how to communicate and I didn't know what I wanted. So I feel like my dating age is 30 and up. And right now I'm taking a break from dating. Like, I'm not seriously dating anybody right now. Like, at all. So my dating range will be 30 and up.
I don't like to date people younger than me at all. I think I've only liked one person that was actually younger than me. But honestly, if I could have my way, 35 and up would be my dating range. And I think the cutoff would be 42, 45. That would be my dating range. Just because I do like the connection that I get. And I just feel like the energies mesh very well.
Yeah.
So, even my age, if I have to date in the 20s, we can do 28.
28? No, I feel like if I had to date somebody in their 20s, it would have to be their late 20s, not the early 20s.
Yeah.
So.
But, or if somebody, unless their mental age is 45 or something, but they 28.
True. Yeah.
So we can do the mental age, but
yeah.
I don't know what they call it when young people like older people. What's it called?
I just know the flip.
Same.
I just know that. I don't know what that term is. Is there even a term for it?
I think there is. We're gonna look it up, y'all. But no, I do love older women. That's something that I remember when I was in daycare, like always 4 or 5.
Yes.
Okay. As a kid, this is how I knew I was gay, y'all. But I liked this other girl that went to the daycare, and she was 4 or 5, and she had a sister that was 17.
Fast. Your little fast self.
So yeah, I've always once again liked older people.
Yeah. And
that's just something that it took time to kind of accept, but it is what it is at this point, y'all. I'm of age.
You grown now.
I am grown.
You grown now.
So if you're interested, let me know.
No, for real, we pushing her out there.
Oh my God.
Pushing her out to the dating market.
Now, if it's bad, I'm going back on that bench. I don't play with people.
That.
And I know the dating pool has been horrendous. That's really why I've really just been sitting on the bench for these last few years. I mean, I haven't done anything because
nothing out here. And I know people think people are being dramatic, but it's nothing.
And it doesn't matter who you like, what you like. It's just a people problem.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of people that are just really trying to either figure out who they are, or just really just toxic and are okay with being toxic.
There are people that are okay being toxic. Mm-hmm. Look, I like the honesty. Yeah. Like, tell me up front you're toxic, but
I will not be.
I will not be participating in your toxicity. So it's gonna be a no for me.
Peace. Run if they say they okay with being toxic. Run.
For real. So, I think on our last episode we talked about like good first date questions and things. I feel like for me, when it comes to like my type as well, you have to be a person. I don't want kids, and I believe that you can have someone that's a great, amazing partner to you, but they might not be a good parent.
I agree with that too.
So, unless I find somebody that I feel like will be a great parent, an amazing parent, and we have a series of 2-year conversations of therapy, of really being like, okay, we're gonna having a kid is a life-changing decision. It's a life-changing decision you never come back from. So I'm very firm on not wanting children. Very firm on it. But if there's someone that would make me even think about it, then I'm willing to talk about it. So if you're a person that's set, 100% set on having kids, I'm not for you. I'm not for you at all.
But I'm glad you're being honest and not
yeah.
just going through the motions.
Yeah, or trying to convince. Don't ever convince somebody
of
something that they stand firm on. Don't ever think you can change their mind. That's another problem with dating. People think they can go and change people's minds about stuff.
Or trying to persuade them. It's like, if you have to persuade them, that's not the person for you.
Yeah.
I don't know why we feel like we have to force the piece to fit and it doesn't fit.
Yeah. If you gotta force it, that means you gotta walk away. That means it's time to walk away, or just maybe not exploring a romantic connection with that person. Maybe they're better as a business connection or a friend connection. I think people really struggle with connecting right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe that person's not a good romantic connection. Maybe they're a better friend, business partner, workout partner, accountability partner. Like, maybe they can be used in some other part of your life that they enjoy giving. So that's something else. I feel like that's why the dating market is so bad, because I think people are putting so much pressure on this is my person, this is the one, and it's like, it's too much.
Yeah. And that also can make somebody feel trapped and scared.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't like to commit either.
Yeah.
And that's also,
I agree with that.
Why the dating pool is just, it's like you want the things relationship, but you don't want to commit, but you still want to take, and it's like,
I feel like, to me, that's, you don't know what you really want.
Yeah.
You're still trying to figure out what you want. I don't think you should still try to figure out what you want and seriously date people. Like, be in relationships with people. Now, you can go out on dates and have fun with people and kind of like, okay, this is what I do like, this is what I don't like. How I personally learned what I do and don't like is from being in long-term relationships from the age I was 15 until like 23. So that's where I learned a lot of what I do and don't like. So, and I feel like you do have to go through some things to figure out what you do and don't like as well.
You do. That's the only way, is to go out there and figure it out.
Yeah.
So.
But was that it? Did we have anything else?
I think we kind of already talked about this, but the only other thing was just discussing other non-physical qualities we look for in people.
Okay.
I will say I like someone who can challenge me. That's another quality I like about people. And I know every challenge is not going to be necessarily fun or exciting.
Right.
But if I see that you are pushing me in a direction that I needed to be pushed in, I appreciate that and I respect that.
I like someone that challenges. I like someone that's not afraid to challenge me. A lot of people are scared to challenge me. I feel like I deal with that a lot in my life, with people that are scared to push me and scared to challenge me. But it'll be nice to be with someone that's not afraid to challenge me and not afraid to hold me accountable. People are also scared to hold me accountable.
You think people are scared to hold you accountable?
Not my friends, but I feel like other people are. So that's why I love y'all, because y'all are not scared to push me or hold me accountable or tell me things. So. Because
I expect that from you as well, so it's just kind of like it makes it easier. And it'll be funny because we mess with Tiara.
Why?
I like to be messing with people. I know sometimes I do things I know she probably gonna make a face like, oh well.
You like to. Oh my goodness. This goes to my theory that women are cats. It does. This really plays into my theory great, because you like to irritate, and I just like to be in my own space.
You like to irritate too.
And I do like to irritate though. I do.
You like to irritate too. Don't be lying.
I do like to irritate too, but you really get something out of it.
It's funny.
See?
But I always be in my space too though. So, but I can agree with the cat theory, because sometimes I'm in the mood to be affectionate, sometimes I'm not. It really just depends.
Sometimes I just want to be in my own space. I don't want to be bothered. And then sometimes I gotta pull these claws out on people, because people be acting a fool.
Yep. So I agree with that theory. Like, we do sometimes be acting like cats.
I love it though. I love it here. But Lauren is on the dating market.
Why?
I am not. I've done my fair share of relationships. I'm sit down. I've enjoyed my peace. I've enjoyed my sanity. I would love to have like a polycule of people, people that I date and that I share a romantic connection with. I would love that. But right now, the space I'm in my life, I'm okay with it just being me.
I'm okay to be me, but
Lawrence, no, we push her out the nest. Go. Pushing her off the bench.
She is trying to be off the bench. I'm open to going on dates to see what's out there.
I approve of that message.
Now, I'm not saying I'm in a space to commit 100%.
Yeah,
but
that's fair. That's fair.
Well, because the people out here be scaring me. That's why and plus, once again, for a majority of my life, it really has just been me. So that's why I'm also very comfortable with it just being me. So I could do better of, seeing, connecting with other people.
How do you feel about online dating?
No, I hate it.
Same.
It's not for me at all. I've tried some of the apps. It was not good. And for one, you're going off a picture on an app in a bio, and it's really hard to get to genuinely know a person based off of limited information.
Yeah.
So I do prefer to meet people in person so I can get a good feel for their personality, and if we mesh well, okay, maybe we can go on a date or whatever, but I'm not a fan of the online dating in any type of capacity.
I think online dating is just for hookups. And I know there are apps that are like targeted for hookups only, but I'm 50-50 because I've also never given online dating a fair chance. I've only used online dating for hookups, so maybe when I'm in a space to date, I'll maybe try.
I think I've given it a fair chance. And also that too, when it comes to the gay apps, it's the same 5 people. I don't want to see the same 5 people. That's why I didn't like them.
You gotta pay to not see the same 5 people.
Or there'll just be 18, and I'm like, no. So
teen. I want everybody to focus on that part.
It's annoying because I would literally set up my age range, and it's still giving people that were not in the age range. Yeah. That would also be annoying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think the apps are for me.
I will try them. I will give them a fair shot to actually try them to date, not just to hook up, and then I'll see how I feel about the apps. But that's not gonna be for another 4 years.
Well, have fun. Let me know how it works out for you, because I'm done with these apps. Now I have to get on the apps just to see what's out there.
Yeah, just look.
And I found some interesting stuff out there, y'all. But I'm not the app. I'm good on the app. There's too many people that do not know how to connect in person.
Right.
And
if we can't connect, if people struggle connecting in person, that does not make me think you can connect over a device.
I think it's opposite for me. I think people connect better over a device than in person.
Okay, but do they though? I feel like it's easier to give your representative the persona of how you think that person wants to see you over like a device. But if I'm meeting you for real, it's really hard for you to have that mask on. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the mask is easier to stay on when you're over a device.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but I just mean in the sense of people actually have different actual conversations over the phone, and then when they're in person, they don't talk at all.
I've had a great conversation with this one person from an app, and me and her talked for 3 or 4 hours, and then she just ghosted me. It was the weirdest experience I've ever had on an app. It was so strange. That was actually a period of time where I was actually trying to date, seriously date, not just hook up with people on the apps. And if it wasn't that, it was just people that are bad texters. If you're on an app, you have to understand you gotta text this person before they feel comfortable enough to FaceTime you or video call you or something. So yeah, you kind of have to know how to text a little bit to be able to even get to that point. But just being hey, what you doing?
Yeah, the dry cool. Dialogues is not dry conversation.
That'd be irritating me, cause I'm okay, we're on an app. There's only so much I can do with that's cool. COO. The no L. Like, I feel like that's a petty, like, turn off. That's an ick for me.
Oh, that's
if you don't know how to text correctly, we all have full keyboards. There's no reason nobody should abbreviate anything anymore. As a grown adult, we have full keyboards.
Oh, that's another turn off for me. If I have to carry the conversation and you cannot contribute in any type of way,
yes, that's
a huge turn off for me.
Oh, that's irritating.
Because and it feels like you're pulling teeth sometimes out of a conversation. So I know you know how to talk. So why are you not talking?
Oh, yes. So, what has been, you feel like, your worst experience on that app?
Being ghosted and somebody lying to me on the app. I think that was the worst experience. Because I did actually want to go on a date with this person. This was back in my college days, y'all. This was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But she lied saying she had to go to a wedding and never responded instead of just being honest.
So ugly. Like,
yeah.
Just so ugly. That's crazy. Not to have to go to a wedding.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's all we had. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about when it came to this episode?
Not on this part. We got part 4 coming.
Yes, y'all. We do have. We don't know how long the series is gonna be, but
no. But I'm like, we just feel like we're in a good space to talk about it because we've both had our dating, our situationships, our flings, all that. And right now, I feel like we're just in a point of our lives where we've sat and processed all that stuff that happened, and we've learned from it. And now going back into the dating scene, we're better equipped.
Yeah, well more equipped.
Yes,
I was
better
equipped in a lot of areas.
I wasn't either,
and I saw things that okay, I definitely need to do better with that because that it's going to be unacceptable in a relationship. So yeah, that's something that I've learned.
And I'm glad that like my dating life has played out in the way it's played out because I've had like a couple of marriage proposals and it's just like I would have been calling Lauren in the middle of the night with these 2 kids I done had been like, I don't want this life. I don't want this life. So for me, I am happy how everything played out. And I know like I couldn't see it at the time I was going through all that mess, but now I'm like, yeah, I'm okay with how things played out in my dating life because I learned from it. I learned a lot from it. Yeah, I had to go through the fire to figure it out. It was hot, but I did learn a lot from it.
And that's all you can do is learn and get better.
Yeah.
So.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's been a crazy ride, but I think a necessary ride for you. Because you're the type of person that you just have to experience it to see.
I do. I'm working towards being better with, okay, I know that fire's hot. I don't got to stick my hand in it. But I am like a tangible person. Mm-hmm. So there's some stuff I'm just going to have to go through it. And that just is what it is.
I just won't even jump. if I don't like it or I feel like, I'm just going to jump. I'm just not going to jump.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like I could take more risks.
Yeah.
I could do better with that. So
I feel that. Well, that wraps up part 3 of our dating series. Happy Cinco de Mayo for the day we're recording it on. And the next time y'all will hear from us will be in DC.
Yep.
So that's going to be nice.
Tune in, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.